Welcome to In Conversation with MANWAR podcast. This podcast is brought to you by the Do Not Be a Bystander campaign. You can join us in raising awareness about bullying by visiting the donotbeabystander.com, and be sure to subscribe to the channel to stay informed about upcoming episodes. Today's participants are Shabnam and Rahib.
Welcome to our Bullying Awareness podcast. I'm your host, MANWAR Khan. Today, I'm joined by two young individuals who are ready to share their thoughts and insight on the topic of tolerance. Tolerance. It is an important quality that involves accepting and respecting the beliefs, opinions, and behaviors of others, even when they differ from our own. So today's participants are Shabnam and Rahib. Thank you so much for joining us today. Let's get into the questions. So tolerance is a vital in our society as it promotes inclusiveness, peaceful coexistence, human rights, personal growth, and social progress. So Rahib, what does tolerance mean to you and why it is important?
Thank you. Tolerance is the ability for someone to continue someone's belief that they may not agree with. It is the ability to encounter and endure something that is different or critical without voicing negative opinions. Tolerance is important because it promotes a more solid and happy society. People who are free to express themselves freely and peacefully without fear of torture are more likely to live happier, live safe, functional members of society. Difference in people allow of their identification of strengths that can be utilized to create a more advanced society. Being tolerant doesn't show you are weak. Instead, only strong people can show this wonderful quality. I would like to close with the word tolerance is the key to the world peace. Thank you.
Great answer. Thank you so much, Rahib. So the ability to disagree with someone's idea and opinions while still practicing tolerance is an essential aspect of fostering a diverse and inclusive society. So my question for Shabnam is it possible to disagree with someone's idea or opinions while still being tolerant? If it is, then how, Shabnam?
Obviously, it's possible, but it must be done in a right way, in form of a conversation with proper reasoning. Everyone has their own way of thinking, and it's possible that someone can come up with their own opinion or idea that might not seem right to you. But if you talk to the person and explain why you are disagreeing with them and let them put their point of view in front of you in form of a conversation, you might end up resolving the situation. For example, when you hear the point of view of the other person, you may end up actually agreeing upon the thing, or the other person may actually realize, okay, why I am disagreeing on their point of view. So another possibility can be actually you can agree upon something in between. So handling matters with patience in form of a conversation can help situations like this. Thank you.
Excellent. Great answer. Thank you so much. Do you guys have any question or comments to add? If not, then we have come to the end of our podcast. I would like to thank you, Rahib and Shabnam, for joining us today. Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. Before we wrap up, I would like to remind our listeners that there are several resources available to help individuals dealing with bullying. The Government of Alberta has a bullying helpline which provides support and advice to those experiencing bullying, and the helpline can be reached at 1-888-456-2323. Bullying is a violation of human rights. Under no circumstances, bullying is acceptable. As a community, we have a shared responsibility to take a stand against bullying and refuse to be bystanders. Thank you for joining in conversation with MANWAR Khan, and we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.